lined up. We're ready to go. Us up. It's game time now. So we have technically, I think it's like 8 minutes till our wave starts, but we're just kind of getting all stretched out, warmed up, everything we need. They're letting us into like the tunnel now, and then pretty much it's T-minus 8 minutes till we get going here. The game plan's been sorted. We kind of talked it all through, what we need to do on each station to be like as perfect as possible. So we know what we need to do. We know what the goal is. We know kind of like what our time is that we're aiming for every lap around for our 1 kilometer run. So I think we're as prepared as we can be right now. Excited to just put it all out there, man. It's gonna be fun. At the end of the day, it's a workout, it's for fun, but we've got goals in this one, so here we go. Before we get into the full race recap, if you guys are trying to make a big change this year, lose a ton of body fat like my client Jeremy over here, or put on a crap ton of muscle like my client Michael over here, or do a little bit of both, and you're serious about making a big change to your health and fitness before the new year. There's only 2 months left in 2025. If you guys want to get a jump start on your fitness goals, make a huge change, I have spots currently open for coaching for the month of October. If you guys are interested, click that first link in the description below to apply for coaching with me and Evolve Coaching. If you are serious and ready to make a change, want to drop body fat, build muscle, or some combination of both, click that first link in the description below to apply and see if we will be a good fit. Now back to the video. So now that race day is over, the emotions and everything have subsided, kind of want to break down how the race went, how we did in various areas of the race, because obviously with a HYROX, it is 8 1 kilometer runs separated by 8 stations in between. It's a, pretty straightforward race, but it's kind of trying to balance how do you not redline and completely gas out with how much can you possibly push yourself and sustain for that relatively 1 hour effort. So I have pulled up here the highresults.com for this race, and just right off the bat, there was apparently in the HYROX doubles men, which is what we did. We didn't do pro, we just did open. And we got 74th out of 736 teams. So we still got top 10% of the entire race, which, you know what, I'm happy with, given our background with running and HYROX in general. But I know we can do better. I think the goal was to get closer to 1 hour for this race. With the ultimate goal being like, hey, let's get sub 1 hour, right? So getting 1:05:56 was a little bit, a little bit frustrating at first. But again, I can't complain too much. We put it all out there. Like, it was one hell of an effort. Last time we got a 1:11. So we shaved off almost 6 minutes off the total time. And I feel like that's a pretty big change. I think it's something like an 8% or 10%, increase from the first race. And I wouldn't even say, to be honest, that I wouldn't say that my fitness got that much better from the first race. So a lot of it was just like the logistics of, the transitions from station back to the run, having a better plan going into it, understanding how to do these stations better, knowing when to switch, when to, switch off and let your partner go, and how frequently to switch on those stations. Like, we did a lot better in that sense. I think there's still so much we have to clean up, and obviously it's the kind of race where like things can go wrong, and it's like it's really hard to come back from that sometimes. As with us, let me just go ahead and preface this. I'm not going to make this a super long breakdown, but we came into this race with a plan to have our runs at a certain pace, and the pace was supposed to be like a 6:45 to 6:50 minute per mile pace. We were trying to hit, to be honest, we were trying to hit like a 4:15 minute per kilometer was what we were aiming for. And I think the problem was, to be honest, we came out the gate way too fast, way too hot. We didn't have a real good handle on, at first it was like a 2.5 lap for the first run. And we gassed out way too quick. We went too fast, probably surpassed the goal time that we were aiming for on those runs. And I think the first, I could pull it up as well in the running splits, but the first one we did, it was 2.5 laps, and it took 5 minutes and 14 seconds. So we were running right at about a 4 to 4:05 minute per kilometer pace. The next run was a 4:04 for that kilometer. And then you'll see real quick, run 3, we hit a 4:30, which is probably more or less where we should have been. Next one was a 4:30 after that. I'm gonna put these like up on the screen. There's like a bunch of information on here. But you can see like our times just slowly tapered down, and it was kind of like by the time we got through that 3rd kilometer, through that 3rd run and moving into the sled pull, like I think we both, me and Jacob, realized we were a lot more gassed than we expected to be. And what can you expect? We're trying to put it all out there. We just maybe weren't prepared enough to go at the pace that we like really wanted to go at. So we got to sled pull, and I could tell Jacob was already gassed out, and this is only 3 runs into the race, right? So we kind of knew, we're like, oh man, we're not even halfway there. He was pretty gassed out. I was, already feeling it, but I kind of had to take over. I did 3 of the sled pulls out of 4. So there's like, you do 4 sled pulls. I had to do 3 of them to let Jacob recover. And that's kind of the nature of the race too, is like when somebody's hurting in a doubles, it's like, well, the other partner who's a bit fresher should, and probably, will take over some of that volume on the workout there, whether it's a sled push, sled pull, whatever, probably, would happen later on in the race, most likely. But already by station 3 out of 8, we were already kind of gassing out. Jacob needed a bit of help, so I had to pick up his slack a little bit, which is fine. That's kind of how the race is intended to go. But then kind of set me back then, because I did 3 sled pulls. I was a little bit gassed going to that 4th run. And then, yeah, we just gassed out, couldn't sustain it. Did our burpees on the next one, and you could see run 5 after the burpees was a 4:53 for that kilometer. So it went up. We lost a lot of time, started going slower. We just couldn't keep it up anymore. So that's kind of what happened. Like by the third round there, we kind of lost control of the race, and our plan kind of just went out the window, which is okay. It is what it is. We need to be more prepared, or have a more just realistic and conservative plan. I think our plan was just like, hey, this is the plan that's going to get us to that hour mark. But we missed it. The plan went out the window. Runs had to slow down in order to finish the race with a decent time. And the stations that we were doing kind of suffered a little bit then too, because we were running faster than we did last time. So the stations inherently felt a little bit harder then, because we were already a bit more gassed from those runs. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with the race. But overall, really good race. I can kind of go through. Our running total time was a 37 minutes and 29 seconds. I can go back and even compare this to the first race. As I'll throw this up on the screen here, you could see our running time for this race was 37 minutes and 29 seconds, whereas on the first one, our running time was 41 minutes and 16 seconds. So we pretty much improved our running by almost 4 minutes. So almost 4 minutes of the total time just came straight off from the run. I think workouts were pretty similar, to be honest. 23-24 for this race. And last race was 23-26. So workouts we did actually worse this time by 8 seconds. Yeah, we actually did worse on the workouts by 8 seconds. Oh, wait. No. We did better on the workouts by 2 seconds only. So that's somewhere we need to improve. And I think that's a lot of us just being in better shape so that we can, you know, run at those paces, but then still manage to do really well at the workouts. So that the workouts aren't like taxing us and taking way longer than they need. So we basically didn't even improve on the workout section of it. ROX zone from race number 1 was a 6:29 for the ROX zone, which is like when you're just kind of like running through after you ran your laps, you're running through the zone to your next station, and you kind of like can stop, get water, take a breather, like whatever you want. It was 6 minutes last time, and this time it was 5 minutes and 3 seconds. So we did actually shave off, it looks like almost a minute and a half off the ROX zone time. So that's pretty much where the improvement came from, was a minute and a half improvement on the ROX zone and a 4-minute improvement on the running overall, workouts being pretty much exactly the same. So we were quicker in and out, and we were quicker on the runs. Workouts about the same, which is interesting because I felt like we were better and more prepared at it. But I think, like I said, because we were more gassed and like so close to like redlining, the workouts we suffered through a bit more, I would say. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Like I said, running way better. Overall, just like logistics of the race and getting in and out of places faster and not taking water breaks, and we were much more prepared in that sense, and you know, shaved off almost 6 minutes on this race. Looking at things though, it's like we do need to get better. We need to get better at running so we can sustain those paces that we want. We still have almost 6 minutes that we need to shave off, which means another couple of minutes we need to shave off the run that, you know, when we got a little bit lazy towards the end, not lazy, but when we couldn't sustain those paces anymore, that's like easily 1 to 2 minutes we can shave off right there. The workouts need to be faster, right? We can't not improve from the first to second race in the workouts, and certainly on a third race we have to make some improvement there. So if we can shave off 1.5 minutes off the run, even shave off, you know, 2 minutes off the workouts, because I know wall balls took a while, sled pull took a while because I was gassed out trying to do 3 of those sled pulls. Improve that's 3.5 minutes. You know, ROX zone improved by a minute. Like all of a sudden we're right there in striking distance of that hour mark. So it's a lot of things need to be better. Things need to be cleaned up. We need to be fitter, better shape. That's kind of where we're at for the race. But overall, it's like I can't be unhappy with the result because we did make a really, really large improvement, and we literally put it all out there. You know, you get to like that 4th workout where you're doing the burpees, you've done 4 runs, just gassed out of your mind. You run another loop, and then once we started that row on the 5th one, it was like on the 5th station, I knew like we were gonna be good. You know, like the row was such a nice breather, and we were ready to keep on pushing from there. And then once you get past that, it's like you have 3 stations left. It's like the end is in sight. You just push with everything that you have. So yeah, that was the race. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like I said, didn't quite get to our goal, still far off of our goal, but either way, it was a huge improvement from the first race. So I'm very happy with the effort, what we put into this race, and I can't complain with the result that we got. So yeah, that's where we're at. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this recap wasn't too much. 1:05:56 was the time for this race, and it was a fun race. It was a hard race, but it was a fun race, and that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for supporting. Let me know how you like these videos. I mean, like, I'm not like a HYROX person. Like, I'm not only focused on HYROX and that's my only thing, but like, this is different. It's something a little bit different. I enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys have been enjoying these type of videos as well. Shout out Robbie, the videographer, for getting these clips out in Boston. Guy crushed it on short notice, came out there and got some really good clips of us throughout the whole race. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're not already. GYMSHARK, code Dengler10 for 10% off there. Raw, code Dengler for 10% off there. If you guys are interested in coaching and want to get in better shape, hit the first link in the description below to apply to work one-on-one with me and Evolve Coaching, and get you in the best shape of your life. So other than that, Have a good rest of your day, guys. I'll see you guys soon.